Welcome to the pilot edition of Why is this day, why is this event important? In this series, we will look at events and days throughout history to judge how they affected the ebb and flow of history. Today we will start with August 29th, 1949. That is the day that the Soviets exploded their first atomic bomb. Why was that important? Until that day, the United States had a monopoly on atomic bombs. For the United States, that was crucial. For at the end of the World War II, the United States did what it always does and sent its troops home, demobilized most of them, while the Soviets maintained a very, very large army in Europe. As tensions grew between the United States and the Soviet Union, concern grew that events such as the Berlin crisis or the Czech crisis could turn into a real war. The problem was that the Soviets outnumbered the Americans and other European troops 10-1. What was the balance? Atomic weapons. Therefore, the United States and its European allies were not as concerned of a Soviet invasion. However, once they got the bomb, who knew what could develop? Soviet scientists had been aware of the possibilities of building a bomb throughout the 1920s and 30s. They had investigated it, but it was a very low priority. As World War II began, it became more apparent that there was a possibility that an atomic bomb could be a game changer. Stalin appointed a committee to investigate and try to develop a bomb. However, it wasn't until the United States exploded its bombs in Hiroshima and Nagasaki that Stalin made this the highest priority. He appointed Lavrentiy Beria, his most trusted advisor and the head of the KGB, to run the operation and to develop that bomb. Beria came with some unique skills. As the head of the KGB, he had agents in both the United States and in Great Britain who could learn from the United States and British programs and bring those home to the Soviet Union. Not only that, he was able to use captured Nazi scientists and who'd been developing the German program. Together, that information and those scientists were able to develop a bomb. And on August 29th, 1949, they exploded a bomb in Kazakhstan. The Soviets did not announce the bomb, and it wasn't until 12 days later that an American B-29 flying over the Pacific detected radiation. It sent the information back to Washington. Washington was skeptical that the Soviets had developed a bomb so quickly. However, President Truman appointed a committee led by Vannevar Bush, his science advisor, and Robert Oppenheimer, considered the father of the American bomb, to investigate and come to conclusions. That committee met and came to the conclusion that without a doubt, the Soviets had the bomb. Truman had no choice but to make the announcement. The Soviet Union now had an atomic bomb. The United States' monopoly on atomic weapons was no longer.